Lovely welcome to this new Chinkies transmission today with the 40th Chinky, which is the will to surrender. And this is a very heavy physical Chinky that has to do with our activities, why we don't act, why we act, why we have injuries, why we have so much suffering and pain. So stay tuned to know and watch this video with me together to know exactly why some of the challenges you also have in your life, as I have in my life, just never is a never ending story, you could say. The shadow here is exhaustion. The gift is resolve, and the Siddhi is divine will. The programming partner of the 40 Chinky is the 37, which is which is the, I hope I'm right, which is the shadow of weakness and at least the Siddhi of tenderness. I'm a little bit off my gifts lately. I will put it here. There's too many Chinkies. Come on, let's be honest. There's just too many. To know all of them, at least at some point it will happen, maybe, or maybe not. Let's see. So, the psychology here in this 40 Chinky is the stomach. So it really is a physical Chinky that when you have stomach things, then this is highly related to the Chinky. Can be cancer, can be anything related to this. We will jump into the shadow to see that. The Codon ring is the ring of alchemy, and there are three other Chinkies inside. It's the 6th Chinky, City of Peace, then the 47, which is transfiguration, and 64, which is illumination. So yeah, very heavy codon ring also, with 4 Chinkies that are very, very important to humanity, to all of us. So that's why let's go right into the shadow of exhaustion. The energetics of force and will. The 40 Chinky and its shadow concerns the correct or incorrect use of the power of the human will. The secret of this Chinky is found in the difference between the words energy and force. Energy in this context refers to the natural vitality that flows into your actions in the world. Whenever your actions are in alignment with the universe, the requisite energy is supplied from deep within your being. However, when your actions do not flow from your source or from your true source, but are forced, your energy will be depleted. So it's all about that our energy is depleted, and this is the exhaustion. And it's also written in the book, willpower used in the wrong direction becomes force. And even though it may still succeed in its endeavor, the result to the body will be catastrophic and irreversible. When someone begins to force their life away from its natural direction, problems related to the stomach and the digestion crop up. And there are 2 ways in which the 40 shadow can overwhelm you. Either through attempting to force your own willpower without having adequate support from others, or from allowing others to take advantage of your weak willpower and giving in the compromise. This later scenario is very common among the business community, where people work in jobs with little or no resolve, and for fees that are far too low. The problem is that when you compromise and work in a job that doesn't allow your spirit room to breathe, your low frequency actually reinforces your low self-esteem, so you accept whatever you are paid. Very interesting concept. You can really see like also this game of abuser and victim, like in this sense, the abuser is the person that has the business. We see this a lot in the Asian room, that a lot of people work for $2, $3, $4, $5, something like this, or very, very little. Even here, I'm in Cyprus, the people in general, they are not paid so much. However, the living cost is, depending on where you live, still quite European. So there is a lot of like this victim and abuser going on, where when you get paid like $5 to $7 to $8 or euros, or like very little, to just monthly be able to live, to buy the food, to have your flat and to work, then for sure your spirit, you don't have freedom to grow. And that's the whole point. So as you will see, the most important secret to this Chinky is the art of relaxation. For those under the influence of the 4D shadow, relaxation is virtually impossible. In point of fact, true relaxation is one of the most absent qualities in civilization today. Why is like that? Let's check, it's written here. When you work at something you love, using your energy harmoniously, you automatically active support from others and therefore do not feel lonely. However, when you push against the flow or give into someone else's flow, loneliness always rears its head. That's not written yet why about the relaxation. It should come later. If not, I will I will tell it. The 40 shadow is adept at denial, and its prime denial concerns feelings. People with this shadow active often deny the fact that they have feeling. And it is this denial that ultimately leads to their downfall. So the psychology is the stomach, and stomach is also is kind of where the second chakra is, the sacral chakra, and this is all about the emotions, so we can see where this is coming from. And it's also a very deep physical Chinky, because when we are not able to accept our emotions, in general our emotions, then we are very, very turbulent in what our physical body will evolve in, that we get exhausted, that our energy is depleted because our emotions, we are not able to access them, or we fear them in a way and we oppress them. So, and then it's not possible to change like our life, to have a better life quality. The 4D shadow is one of the most deep-seated causes of cancerous diseases on our planet. It takes root whenever someone is unable or unwilling to face and feel the depths of their emotional pain. Kind of what I just told. So actually there is not written about the relaxation yet. I think this comes in the gift level. If not, I will remind myself a little bit more. So because relaxation is not like to just have a rest, to let's keep it like short like that. It's really a deep physical cell relaxation from your whole body, from your whole system that also only you can make when the physical body relax, the emotions, and also the mental body and the mental thoughts and everything. And all of them have to deeply relax. So it's not just to take a rest in the evening and then to start over the next day. So relaxation and rest, that is where this makes the difference. So let's check into the natures. Repressive nature is acquiescent. I put it here. There are people who lack firm boundaries in life. People with this nature easily acquiescent to manipulation by others, lacking the will to stand up for themselves. This 4D shadow drains people who do not value themselves and their energy enough. When such people come out of their denial and make a stand for themselves and themselves alone, their life can dramatically improve. Then the reactive nature. Reactive is always the aggressive, the pushing, the projecting one. It's written here, it's contemptuous. The reactive side of this shadow is about the denial of rage. Like the fear of the repressive nature, this rage has its roots in the difficult childhood. This kind of denial distorts the rage into contempt for others. These people can be extremely arrogant. They prey on the weakness of others for their own benefits. Let's go right into the gift, which is resolve. the lost art of doing nothing. Doing nothing. Everything about this 40 Chinky is about having boundaries, and in order to create boundaries, you have to be able to deny other people's access to your energy. You have to be able to say no. The correct use of this kind of isolation ensures that neither your energy nor your resources are ever depleted. That's funny because, as you know, I'm currently here in in my rented flat apartment that I had rented for months, and I will be still 2 weeks here. And normally I have very quiet here, a very quiet time. But yesterday, it's funny that this happened like when we're active now in this Chinky. Yesterday, a group of people come here to visit the nashi trees, because they are like all around here. I'm not sure if you can see it behind. They are like nashi trees, like the pears, and they are now also ripe. And kind of the farm owner, an old, very nice guy, he came here with a group of people, and they also kind of went almost into my flat, and it was very funny. So I found it very interesting how to handle my boundaries for the energy there, because sometimes it's not so easy, because like between like being rude and to just say a no for something, because it's just not good now to have access to other people's energy, is not always like an easy task. So yeah, just some small story that happened to me, and like to just see it like in a different perspective of like these boundaries, because a lot of times we feel when we set boundaries of saying no that we kind of push someone away, or we are rude. And a lot of times it's not like that. It's just our beliefs. It's just the attitude and the way we say no to someone. And so let's check what this is Resolve all about. The 40 gift of Resolve is about becoming adept at giving to yourself. Ultimately, it is about deep physical relaxation. It is what wonderful it is. It is that wonderful balance between serving the world and serving your own enjoyment. True resolve is not possible unless you know how to relax. Many people in the hectic modern world mistake the word rest with the word relaxation. We all need rest, yet perhaps even more we need relaxation. Rest allows the physical body to recharge, but relaxation allows all of our subtle bodies to recharge as well. What I told before, I think this is so important that it's really good that this is 2 times in this contemplation. The 40 gift then is a gift that knows how to save energy at all levels. It knows the great mystical importance of a Wu Wei, the timeless art of doing nothing. What is Wu Wei? It's like these people may work extremely hard and use a great deal of energy, but unlike the shadow, they do not exhaust themselves. They know when to stop, and more importantly, they know when to say no. Work that is in harmony with your true nature is not really work at all. In this sense, it doesn't require willpower. A very strong sentence I want to tell again. Work that is in harmony with your true nature is not really work. In this sense, it is not necessary or required to use or to have the willpower that is strong. And then you have a lot more free energy to decide, to say no, to say yes, you have a lot more awareness. You expand your awareness. You are far-sighted. You open your third eye. A lot of spiritual things that also happen. People with the 40 gift act as agents of nature. If their resolve does not allow them to do something or offer someone their resources, then that person belongs somewhere else in the grand scheme of things. Even though the other may be disappointed or resentful at first, in the end they will see that the flow was correct for both parties. To say a firm and resolute no to the right person or thing is to stand rooted in the ground of your true being. I have experienced that for myself a lot more since when I started with business, at the beginning I was kind of receptive to all ideas. Everyone write me like, do you want to do this business? Do you want to go to do with me this business and this? Are you interested in doing this? And every time I listened and tell like, okay, let's see, maybe this is a good idea, and then I checked it. However, since I am doing Beyonduality and the spiritual work since 3-4 years, somehow I just it's very easy for me to say no to something where I see that is not my philosophy, not my inner values, not my core policies I have and my mission I want to bring forward. So it really changed for me a lot the last years, and there are still sometimes people come and ask, are you interested to have a dream body? I know I have still some kilograms too much. You could see not see like that much, but like I can see, and others also know. And it's funny because then a lot of times I told myself like, okay, maybe let's give it a try and check like if there's a new program that helps me. And for half a year now, so I just don't care too much anymore. And I know when this is really like something that is important for me, for example, to get a 6-pack from my 1-pack, then I just know how to use my own effort to get there, because I'm motivated to do it, and I also can select and know friends and people that are able to help me if I need the help. So it's very important to say no to people that where you feel there is a different the intention is not so fully pure. Let's keep it like that. So the 4D gift is a genetic balance to its programming partner, the 37 gift of equality. Whereas the nature of the 37 gift is to endlessly offer support and succor to others, the 4D gift balances this through ensuring that you also always have enough time, space, and enjoyment for yourself. Let's go to the Siddhi, divine will, complete physical relaxation. I get goosebumps just from saying this. This is a funny chinky. In many mystical pantheons, the qualities of the divine are divided into 3 main cosmic organs: the divine mind, the divine heart, and the divine will. Of these 3, divine will is usually seen as the primary faculty out of which the other 2 emerge. The entire notion of the existence of divine will is an aspect of humanity's need to know that there is some kind of beneficial force that controls the universe. In other words, the 4D Siddhi actually concerns our perception of the existence of God. 2 polarities within our genetics, the 37 and the 4D Chinkies, form the bedrock of our beliefs and experience concerning the existence of a higher power. So you see, it's really like when we go now in the Siddhi is the mind is a little bit maybe confused because it's the Siddhi. Masters who have attained the 4D Siddhi are the great mystical deniers of God. Just as the 4D shadow denies its own or others' needs, the 4D Siddhi denies humanity's need for a God in the first place. This is an extremely powerful expression of the Siddhic state, because whenever it appears in the world, it essentially throws human seekers into panic. It's interesting to have this about the shadow and then the Siddhi, that in the shadow you deny your own needs, your own emotional needs, especially also. And in the Siddhi state, you just deny the need of any need of higher forces or God, and in a sense you believe and you know that everything you have is enough to grow and to do what you want in life, in a sense. And that's very interesting, Chinky. humanity's collective need to know that God exists is actually a need based on our deepest fear. The fear that we are alone in a godless universe. When the 40th Siddhi expresses its divinity, it ironically does so by denying the existence of any separation between humanity and divinity. In doing this, the 40th Siddhi, today I have it with Siddho. I don't know what is Siddho. Maybe Siddho is a new upgrade for Siddhi, Richard Rudd. Maybe you should update it. In doing this, the 40th Siddhi forces humans to confront one of the great problems of seekers, that the seeking itself gets in the way of ultimate realization. Yeah. Very interesting that the search and the seeking and the realization gets in the way of the realization, which is in a way a paradox, and yeah, it's for you to contemplate. So read the 40 Chinki, it's awesome, it's really great. When the 40 Siddhi speaks, it will say that there is no path to God because there is no God outside of your aloneness. Yeah, what to say to that? There is no God outside of your aloneness. Very special statement, poetically, paradoxically put. Yeah. There's nothing to say about that. The 40 Siddhi executes an aura of splendid aloneness and displays an exquisite independence from normal needs of human beings. Their words are simple, logical, penetrating, and sometimes deeply shocking. They are deeply paradoxical teachings. As you can see, the Siddhi of divine will is riddled with paradox. To those outside the Siddhic state, divine will seems like such a powerful concept. There is a reason behind everything, and that ultimately everything remains in the hand of higher forces. To the one immersed in this 40 Siddho, the paradox is wonderful, that God can only visit you when you are not there. Good to make a short pause on that, to reflect it. Within this Siddhi lies the great mystery of free will, and the state that the mystics refer to. This is choiceless awareness. Neither concept has any meaning at the Siddhic level, because in this state of awareness there is no one to make choices or not make choices. Such are the games that the 40 Siddhi plays, and such are the horrors with which the 40 Shadow struggles. The 40 Siddhi has been responsible for what is generally termed the negative approach to realization, whereas its programming partner, the 37 Siddhi of tenderness, represents the path of the true seeker of God. So it's a polarity within this genetic vehicle of the 37 and 40 Chinki. And yeah, in the teaching known as the 7 Seals, detailed in the 22nd Chinki, the 40 Siddhi represents a code in human DNA that will transform humanity on the physical plane. At an individual level, the 40 Siddhi holds the key to complete physical relaxation, in which every molecule of DNA inside your body is functioning at its optimal frequency. This requires a huge process of karmic release, which is the job of which is the job of the Codon ring, known as the ring of alchemy. The 4 Chinkis in this ring of alchemy will transmute your DNA so that there is no longer any interference in your physical body. As you may understand from reading the 22nd Chinki, this means that your highest subtle bodies can manifest directly through your physical body. This is the real meaning of complete physical relaxation. It is a state beyond the comprehension of our mind. Or of your mind also. It is the direct manifestation of divine will. That's the Chinki for today. And yeah, it's a really, really deep one. So that means deep physical relaxation is that the higher physical bodies, I think I made a picture, I will put it here, that the 3 higher bodies incarnate in the 3 lower bodies, and it's very, very interesting. This concept, how this works, if this works, it's beyond our minds. And so thank you very much for watching this video today. Thumbs up, and also subscribe to the channel if you have not. Leave a comment. I check to answer to them personally if you have some questions. And then share it also, and see you next time in the next transmission of the 64 Chinky. I think it will come in several days. So thank you, and you're Dominic. See you next time.